I think it's safe to say that we're very happy that we did not receive the full brunt of Iselle's, Hurricane Iselle wind and damage. And we're very, very fortunate that Julio veered off to the north. So we didn't feel the effects of Julio at all. However, the preparedness, the actions that we did have to take are definitely serving out a purpose even now. I had the opportunity to go to Ulupalakoa on Saturday to assess some of the damage from the storm. There are trees scattered all over the place, and talking to some of the ranch people, I talked to Mert Kikiwi the other day. It's going to take months for them to clear up all the fence lines and the trees that have fallen down. They're very fortunate. The shed that they had the equipment in, they moved the equipment out. That shed's completely demolished. There are other buildings that were down, but no loss of homes and lives, which is very, very important. The ability for our crews to get up there and to help out almost immediately was very, very beneficial as well. So they were able to restore power to Ulupalakoa fairly quickly. They were able to clear the roadways so that the cars could pass through, and that made it at least livable for a lot of the people that are out there. Without that kind of immediate action, it would have been miserable, just like the Big Island is miserable still. As you go around, going around toward Hana, there's some pockets there that have some sustained damage, but not a whole lot of damage, just along the coastline. I looked at one place where the fish ponds there, where all the walls were collapsed in, and there was a lot of debris that was brought in from the ocean. There are some buildings that fell down, but mostly they were sheds. No houses.
Has there been a monetary number placed on the amount of damage that Maui sustained, and how many people actually filed assessments with the Civil Defense Agency?
We're still receiving assessments. There's some people that are still in the process of filling out forms. I know that when I was in Hana, Senator Kalani English and another gentleman, we were talking to them, trying to get them to fill out forms because they're reluctant to fill out forms. So we don't have an actual estimate financial right now, but we do know that there was some damage. And what will happen is all of the forms will be compiled to a state total, and that will allow us to apply for FEMA funding as a state. So it's important for everyone to file because we want to have the entire total to be at a level that we can accept FEMA money. The preparedness did not go unnoticed. In a lot of areas where trees fell, power went out, our crews had to be working all through the night to restore power and to remove trees from the roads. Even though they were isolated incidents, there were quite a few of them. Pukalani, for instance, was out of power a number of times. Makawao and Olinda was out of power for some periods of time. We had areas in Haiku, even Lahaina had power outages that our crews had to deal with. Maui electric crews were out there all night and for several days after. So all of the preparedness did not go, it wasn't unnecessary, it was very necessary. To have all of our emergency relief groups, like the hospital ready, the hotels, all of the information, we were able to keep a lot of the tourists safe because they were prepared. We were able to keep a lot of our personnel and our people safe because people heeded our warnings. They stocked up early, made sure they had supplies, and they stayed at home and kept off the streets so our emergency crews could clean up, and their lives weren't jeopardized by falling trees or power lines. So we just want to thank everybody in our community for heeding the warnings and staying off the streets and helping our crews, by just not being a nuisance and in the way.
The hurricane season runs through November. Is there anything that or advice that you could give Maui residents about maintaining preparedness?
Well, we're in an El Nino type of situation where this year the weather is scheduled to be a little bit more abnormal than normal. So I'm going to advise everyone to please keep a hurricane preparedness kit. Make sure you have adequate water, medical supplies, food for subsistence at least 7 days. And if at all possible, make sure that anything that's loose and can blow away, tack it down. Some people it will take a little bit longer than others, and for some older buildings you need to shore those up as much as possible. I looked at a church in Kaupo. If they hadn't put braces on it, that would have completely collapsed. Well, I should not church. It's an old school building. They're trying to create a community center there. So we need to be able to brace up a lot of things. So make sure that we are safe and we can continue to be safe. But keep being prepared, and keep an eye on the news channels. Make sure that you're getting the weather reports and you know what's happening.